Hello, hello, happy day, and thank you for joining us. I'm Rory Wendell, founder of Full Disclosure Insurance Agency. After 15 years in law enforcement and over 30 years as a private investigator, I felt compelled to share what I've learned about the insurance industry. My goal is simple: to help you separate the facts from the sales pitch so you can make informed decisions. Today's episode is, can you really get life insurance for around $9 a month? You've probably seen the commercials. Sounds like a heck of a deal, but here's the question. What did those $9 actually buy? Today, we're going to do something the commercials don't do. We're going to slow it down. We're going to look at the numbers. We're going to ask questions and do the math. So let's begin our full disclosure analysis. At first glance, it looks like you get insurance for around $9 a month. And to be fair, someone might qualify for that price. But here's what they don't spend much time explaining. With some of these policies, that $9 buys one unit of insurance. One unit doesn't buy the same amount of coverage for everyone. As you get older, one unit usually buys less insurance. So before we get excited about the monthly payment, we've got to ask one simple question. How much insurance am I actually getting for my money? So let's do the math. Let's say we've got a 65-year-old man who wants about $15,000 of coverage. In this example, one unit buys $896 of coverage. To get around $15,000, he'd need 17 units. At $9.95 per unit, his monthly payment comes to about $170 a month. Now you can see why looking at the monthly payment by itself doesn't tell the whole story. What really matters is how much protection your family gets. Now, before we go any further on this slide, I want to be completely upfront with you. These numbers are examples. They're not quotes and they're not promises. We're simply using a realistic example to explain how this type of policy works. This example assumes a 65-year-old man in good health who doesn't use tobacco. Depending on your age, health, medications, tobacco use, your insurance company, and the type of policy you qualify for, your premium could be lower or it could be higher. So look at the difference. In our example, someone could spend that same $170 a month and end up with $15,000 of coverage, or if they're healthy enough to qualify, that same budget could buy a whole lot more insurance. That's why we tell people, don't shop for the cheapest monthly payment, shop for the most protection your money can buy. Research before recommendations. Again, thank you for joining us here at Full Disclosure Insurance. We believe insurance shouldn't be sold, it should be understood. If you'd like us to compare your options, please give us a call. We'd be honored to earn your trust. I'm Rory Wendell. Thank you again for watching Full Disclosure Analysis. We'll see you in the next investigations. Have a wonderful day.